I want to continue our look at Elisha and his servant. Last we met, we saw that the servant and Elijah was surrounded by the enemy. And when the servant came up the next morning and saw that Elisha and he were surrounded by the enemy in 2 Kings chapter 6, he panicked, although Elijah was calm. And Elijah was calm because Elijah said there's more for us than there is against us. What I want to focus on today is the fact that when Elijah's servant came to Elisha panicking, he panicked because he couldn't see what Elijah could see. Elisha, through faith, could see that the enemy that surrounded them was surrounded by the armies of God. But what I like about Elijah, what's important, is that when the servant came to Elijah with a blind spot, he couldn't see. Elijah didn't berate him because he couldn't see. Elijah didn't go up one side of him and down the other because his faith did not give him the capacity to see what Elijah could see. Instead, Elijah used his capacity to see to help encourage the one who could not see. And you know, my brothers and sisters, sometimes those of us who have faith, who can see in the midst of a crisis, in the midst of hardship, in the midst of times when it looks like the odds are stacked against us, it's not ours to berate those who may not be able to see what we can see, but it is sometimes God using us to use our faith to encourage them until their faith grows to the place where they can see what we can see. Whether it's our children, whether it's our friends, whether it's people who don't have faith, it's not ours to parade our faith around because we only have our faith by grace in the first place, but it's ours to encourage them and to help them to stay stable in the midst of unstable times. Sometimes it's them watching us walk by faith that helps them get through a situation until the situation changes. That's why it's so critical, my brothers and sisters, for those who say they have faith in this time to walk by faith, because there might be somebody getting courage or being encouraged, not by their own faith yet, but by your faith. And if they walk with you long enough, perhaps your example will encourage their faith to grow so that at last they can see what you can see. Don't just use your faith to encourage your own heart. Use your faith to encourage the hearts of others. God bless you. And remember, walk by faith.